Today we're going to be looking at the rarest, cheapest Magic the Gathering cards. Basically reserved list cards that are less than $1. I'm going to start off with the Amulet of Unmaking. It's a 5-mana artifact that you can dump another 5 mana into, remove it from the game, and remove target artifact, creature, or land from the game, but you have to play it at sorcery speed. That's the only downside. Outside of the fact that it's like 10 mana, it's almost a reasonable card. If you have a lot of mana on you, I mean, it's an artifact. I mean, you can't play it over and over again. It doesn't go to the graveyard, but it's actually just a versatile removal spot. Anyone can play this card if they want to play it. You want to play Amulet of Unmaking? Are you Dimir, Naya, or you can play Amulet of Unmaking. It works perfectly. Okay, Kana wants Grandmother Sengir. Grandmother. Is this a real card? It is a real card from Homelands. Booyah! It's a 5-mana 3/3 legend. It's actually a human wizard. Looks like honestly, it looks like a zombie to me. Anyways, a 3/3 creature, pay 2 mana, tap. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. This is like Bowmasters before Bowmasters became a thing. Today we got Bowmasters, 2 mana, snipe something down for 1 damage. Back in my day, we had Grandmother Singer, and we didn't complain about it. That's how we sniped off the 1 toughness creatures. Steve Cooper with Trailblazer. Green does. Oh, there's too many Trailblazers in this game. I need the Trailblazer. There we go. We have a green does everything. Well, what did it do back then? This is a 4-mana instant. Target creature cannot be blocked this turn. We are unblockable today. This is very funny. Yeah, like they have trample for a reason. It's like, okay, you can block, but the excess damage is just going to spill over. Now, this is like another blue. This is very blue-like by today's standards. You know, blue is supposed to be the color of unblockable. Back then, they were the color of unblockable, too. How do you get chat to show? There's this tab on the top right that says show comments on stage. I just found it like a day. I accidentally activated it. It's in the beta stage apparently. And I deactivated it. Now I've reactivated it. It's cool. I like it. It's great stuff. Hello, Cerise. Welcome. David with General Jargeld? General Jank. 4-mana legend for a 1/2. It's a human soldier. Tap, switch the blocking creatures of 2 target attacking creatures. All defense must remain legal. Use this ability only during combat after defense is chosen before damage is dealt. Well, does it get any less complicated? Wow, it's really not that much different from the actual text. It's like choose 2 target blocked attacking creatures. If each of those creatures can be blocked by all creatures, the other... I don't really get what it does. We're swapping things around. I get it. We're swapping it around. Is there not like an easier way to template this though? Just goes to show they don't make cards like this anymore. Because I guess even by today's standards, they have to write out this entire soup of legal document. Hot Springs. They waste the name of a card Hot Springs on a piece of jank. How could they do that? Old boy set an alarm. Welcome, old boy. What if I didn't show up? I feel so bad. We're gonna get Hot Springs here today. Oh god, I hope Scryfall's not having another downtime update. Okay, Hot Springs, 2 mana, enchant land. When Hot Springs comes into play, choose target land you control. Now per 0, tap land. Hot Springs enchants to prevent 1 damage to any creature or player. Okay, hold on. It's enchanted land has tap, prevent the next 1 damage dealt to any target this turn. That's not that bad. It's not good. I wouldn't put this on anything. They didn't have the tap symbol back then. See, they actually errated the 0 to just tapping it because the 0 is completely redundant. It's like, okay, that's like every single card could have 0 in front of it. Okay, next up. David with Ogre Enforcer. This is a 5-mana 4/4. Ogre Enforcer cannot be destroyed by lethal damage unless a single source deals enough damage to destroy it. Is that really what it still says? This creature can't be destroyed by lethal damage unless lethal damage by a single source is marked on it. How do they show that on Arena? How do they show that on Magic Online? Can you have like 20 damage on this card? Well, but it wasn't 4 damage from a single source, then it's not going to count. That's so weird looking. Survives Lightning Bolt. Survives Wild Nikachu blocking it. Yeah. That it does. It's a very strange card. Very, very, very strange card. Beanpot, Ivory Gargoyle, was a win con in its day. So you're telling me it was worth more than $1 back then? It's a 5-mana 2/2. Let's get the original. Do I want the original? Ugh, the ancient scripture is so hard to read sometimes. It's a 5-mana 2/2 flyer. If Ivory Gargoyle is put into the graveyard from play, put it into play under its owner's control at the end of turn and skip your next draw phase. That's okay. For its time. 5 mana, remove Ivory Gargoyle from the game. Oh! Okay, that's really good protection. If you try to kill it, I can remove it. And also, you know, back then you have like a bunch of mana that you have no purpose of using. You know, card selection consistency and like flooding out was just something that happened much more often. You have something to do with your flooded out mana. Chump block a stupid creature and then blink the damn thing. They'll come back later anyway. And if it somehow goes to the graveyard from play, it's going to come back anyway. That's not bad. Bob Talks Bridge says, at this time of the day, more like decaf coffee crew, am I right? Oh, I'm big on decaf these days. I'm all in on decaf. I don't need to. I don't do it because I need to. I just choose to. Hey, King Ginger, welcome back. Okay, Beanpot with Veteran Bodyguard. Magic's original Chad. The OG, huh? Oh, yeah. Looks like a... This is like a bodyguard at a strip club or something. It's a 5-mana 2/5 human. As long as Veteran Bodyguard is untapped, all damage that would be dealt to you by an unblocked creature is dealt to Veteran Bodyguard instead. This is such a weird... You know, I take it back. This guy looks like something you would find at maybe a bachelorette party. Very bachelorette. Okay, Christopher B. This was rare. River Merfolk. Oh, I have these. I know it. I know what this does. It gets Mountain Walk, I think. Yeah. It's a it's a 2-mana 2/1 Merfolk. Pay a blue. River Merfolk gains Mountain Walk until end of turn. They're never going to print another Mountain Walker for me ever again. There's so few Merfolk out there back then. Well, the Merfolk were absolute trash. You have to wait like 20 years to get some solid Merfolk out of this game. And we got the Ghost of Thomas Jenkins. David Hasselhoff, is this real? This doesn't sound like a Magic card. But who knows? Scryfall's coming up empty here. Okay, I don't think this thing's loading. Okay, let me know. That's not a card. Well, then I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, the big squig. Heart of Bogarden. Tick, tick, boom. 4-mana enchantment, cumulative upkeep of 2. If Heart of Bogarden's cumulative upkeep cost is not paid, Heart of Bogarden deals damage equal to its last paid cumulative upkeep to target player and each creature he or she controls. I don't get it. When a player doesn't pay this enchantment's cumulative upkeep, this enchantment deals... Is it like everyone has to pay this upkeep or something? This enchantment deals X damage to target player or planeswalker they control, where X is twice the number of H counters on this enchantment -2. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay, hold on. So you want to pay it at first, and you want to keep paying for it, and at some point you don't. If the cost is not paid, so I guess, is it going to sacrifice itself and then get this trigger? I think that's the idea. So you keep storing it, and you keep storing it, you keep storing it, and one day, kablooey. Fascinating. It's a bomb. It's a bomb. We have to set us up the bomb. Point and clicks like River Merfolk slapped back in the day. Cerise with Acidic Dagger. It has most certainly not been said yet. We're very early on to the show. 4-mana artifact, pay 4, tap, destroy any non-wall creature receiving combat damage from target creature this turn. If targeted creature leaves play, bury Acidic Dagger. Use this ability only before defense is chosen. Huh? Use ability. Oh, so you have to give the creature. So you sort of sucks. You have to basically attack with a creature, then you're like giving the Acidic Dagger to the creature, and then if you choose to block, then that thing is gonna die. This is the complete opposite of a combat trick. This is a very slow, obvious trick. They won't be tricked. It's a super onboard, super transparent, and they'll super know. Matthew Green with Silver Wyvern. It seems like it was good back in the day. Anything, I guess, can be good back in the day. 5 mana for a 4/3. That is pretty above rate just by itself. Flyer. Pay a blue, target spell or ability which targets only Silver Wyvern. Targets another creature of your choice instead. Play this ability as an interrupt. That's insane. It's basically Air Elemental with upside. I know, I understand. Air Elemental was a 4/4 creature, but we're going to lose 1 toughness that we get this thing. I mean, if you're going to Lightning Bolt it, forget it. You're actually going to Lightning Bolt your own creature. So long, Toads. Take care. Next up, we've got Chen with the Bomb of Resistance. Sorry, Bomb of Restoration. Bomb of Restoration is 2-mana artifact. Pay 1, tap. Sacrifice Bomb of Restoration to gain 2 life or prevent up to 2 damage to any player or creature. Another preventing damage card. 1-time use. And that's about it. Why is this live so late? Because I was out and I could not make it back in time for my regular show time. So we got the evening show instead. The show must go on, even in the evening. Watch out, he's got a dagger. Well, watch out. I got the Bomb of Restoration. I'm not gonna take that acidic damage from you. Silly dagger. Kano with Tidal Control. Oh no! Is this the Homerids? Is that what this crab creature is? Zoidberg-like thing. The 3-mana enchantment, cumulative upkeep of 2. Any player may pay 2 or 2 life to counter target red or green spell. Play this ability as an interrupt. The effects that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. This looks great! This is insane! You can pay 2 life to counter red or green spells? I think this thing is bonkers. I understand you have to pay cumulative upkeep, but like, for basically by turn 3, like the red and green players are going to be stuck on their tracks. Oh yeah, okay, you play your commander for like 6 mana. Well, I'm just going to pay 2 life. I'm going to pay another 2 life. If you can really slow the game down for at least the first who knows how many turns, at the low cost of maybe everyone paying like somewhere between 4 to 6 life. Nikachu After Dark, 18 plus only. I don't think so. The show's not that spicy. The show's not even that spicy at all. Yeah, it's our counter spells. We're spreading the love of counter spells, even for the decks that don't even normally play blue. We got Toilet Duck, Omen of Fire. Omen of Fire is a 5-mana instant. Return all islands to their owner's hands. No! No! Each player... I thought it's not going to be good with my Harbinger of the Seas in play. It's not going to be good at all. Each player sacrifices a plains or white permanent for each white permanent they control. They sacrifice a plains or white permanent for each Well, that's even big. This is an even bigger beating for white. Because they're going to, like... So you have 5 white permanents. You have to basically lose all of them. It's very strong. This is a fantastic, like, white hoser. And then, of course, it also is going to just incidentally screw over the blue players. I think this card's amazing. It is under $1 on the reserve list. Early Magic just hoses blue, huh? You know, blue is pretty powerful for the first, like, decade of Magic, so, and they needed to make those hate cards to keep blue in check, and didn't even do a good job at the time. Matthew says, what is not good for you is very excellent for the rest of the table. Until you need the blue player to keep control of the person comboing off. Everyone hates blue until someone combos off. This was a precursor to Zer's weirding, if possible. Okay, so on. Matthew says, I found an MTG Powell. Looking at the reserve list, we have Lycanthrope instead of Lycanthrope. It's kind of funny. It's a 5 mana 5/5. It's okay. It's been errated to a plant fungus, whatever a Lycanthrope was. If for each 1 damage dealt to Lycanthrope, put a -1/-1 counter on it instead. And then during your upkeep, remove 1 of these -1/-1 counters from Lycanthrope. Isn't this Wither? I don't know exactly how Wither works. Is it something like this? It deals damage in the form of like -1/-1 counters. This is a pretty weak card. You spend 5 mana for a 5/5, and then it like is very close to just dying. Not quite. No, I mean like it's self-inflicting Wither. Maybe I don't know what Wither is. What the hell is this mechanic? Damage dealt to a creature by a source with Wither isn't marked on that creature. Rather, it causes that many -1/-1 counters. Yeah, so this is inverted Wither. We're basically withering ourselves away, effectively. Old boy with Afia Grove. 2-mana enchantment, Afia Grove comes into play with 3 +1/+1 counters on it. When during your upkeep, put 1 of these counters on target creature. If Afia Grove has none of these counters on it, we gotta bury it. Oh no! Thank you, Afia Grove. You gave us 3 counters, and then that's about it. This is like a very bad Spike Feeder. Wasn't Spike Feeder like printed somewhere near around the same time as Mirage? Somewhere in that vicinity. It's just a bad. And Spike Feeder costs 1 more mana, but it's not even a reserved list. The Masters Edition for Acid Rain is 0.8 cents. Oh yeah, because it's digital. It's like not technically a reserve list. Because the actual card is paper and it's on the reserve list, so it's $1 bazillion. Argentina with Thran Tome, the face art on the Weatherlight booster. So it's like it's one of the quintessential cards of the set. It's a 4-mana artifact. Pay 5, tap. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library to target opponent. Bury 1 of those cards of that opponent's choice. Draw the remaining cards. Wow, it's like Fact or Fiction before Fact or Fiction existed. In the form of 3 cards, though, instead of 5. Old-fashioned Fact or Fiction. Looks actually really good. You know, I'm not surprised that they would put this on the front of a booster pack. Each turn, you're basically drawing 2 cards. They may not be good cards, but you're drawing 2 cards. Or I guess it would be a problem, actually. Okay, so they reveal 3 cards. Then the opponent buries, like, you could reveal 2 lands and a creature, and they just keep hitting the creature. You still get 2 lands out of this. Okay, next up. The Big Squig. Aeson Highway is MTG's first Planeswalker. Is it? 6 mana, enchantment. All white creatures gain Planeswalk. You're joking with me here. You're funny. You think you're a funny person, the Big Squig. Yeah, they're making all our creatures Planeswalkers. I think what was it like? There's not that many creatures with actual planeswalk in this game, but I guess we've got this enchantment to make up for it. To give all our creatures planeswalk, all our white creatures specifically. They know the lay of the land. Marco, we did the Heart of Bogdan. We did that one. Great card, sort of. all these cards today are great. For the people who want to play budget yet rare. Steve Cooper with Felon's Curse. Hey, MTG Gaming Bob, doing great. We have a green enchantment called Felon's Curse. It's an enchantment. Blue creatures do not untap as normal during their controller's untap phase. During their upkeep, a blue creature's controller may pay an additional blue. To untap it, each creature may be untapped in this way only once per turn. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may choose any number of tap blue creatures they control and pay blue. But what if I don't have blue mana? So hold on, does this just lock down blue cards? Oh, no, okay, I get it. No, it's going to lock down blue creatures, but I have the blue creature, hence I should have blue mana, hence this. This seems like an interesting combo card, right? How about this in Painter Servant? Wouldn't that be sick? And the player doesn't have blue mana? Although it affects your creatures too, I suppose. No, I guess you may make a Simic deck out of this thing. Yeah, that seems like a neat combo. You play this, plus Painter Servant, name blue, and then nobody's creatures... I shouldn't say... The players who are not playing blue, their creatures don't untap, and they don't have the blue mana to untap them. It's very, very interesting. Can't be played in Commander unless you are in blue because of the symbol. Yep. You're going to be Simic. We're going to be Simic. There's nothing wrong with Simic. In fact, I hear it's OP. Completely overpowered. Henlo with Legacy Weapon. Is that a reserve list? It's pretty dope. It's only 50 cents. But is it a reserve list? I think that's a new card. It's too new. Too new! Not on the reserve list. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Matthew Green with Wave of Terror. Yeah, so today's show is... They're the rarest, air quotes, because we're looking at reserve list cards for less than $1. Wave of Terror is a 3-mana enchantment, cumulative upkeep of 1. At the end of your upkeep, bury each creature with casting cost equal to the Wave of Terror's last paid cumulative upkeep. That is cool. And it's going to work perfectly on the earlier turns of the game. I mean, earlier-ish, because you go, like, pay your upkeep of 1 and blow up all the 1-drops, which are very likely on the board. And we're just going to keep moving up the scales from there. Next turn, I'm going to pay 2. I feel like you're actually getting value out of this card. Usually, you're paying the cumulative upkeep to still have the stupid thing on the battlefield. Now, this time, you can just pay the upkeep to blow something up. You feel like you're getting something directly for the mana that you're paying into it. You're getting the best bang for your buck. You can then play low-cost creatures normally. You could. I have a feeling this type of deck wouldn't play with the... What are you not going to play your cheap stuff early? You could do that. You're not wrong. You can play Nethergoyf. Nethergoyf can be played from the graveyard, right? Yeah. Play Wave of Terror with your Nethergoyf deck. Mix it with Braid of Fire and permanently no more creatures. Oh my goodness. Toilet Dock. We have the Storm Spirit. This is a very multicolored card. 3/3 for 6 mana flyer. Tap, Storm Spirit deals 2 damage to target creature. We got shocks for creatures all day. It is on the reserve list. The power of multicolor back then. Where was it from? Ice Age? I think Legends came first, then Ice Age sometime later. The multicolor, the gold cards. They were special back then. Sky Neo, thank you very much for your super chat. We got Magmasaur is a favorite of yours. Magma. Oh, dinosaur living in lava. Where did some dinosaurs weren't wiped out by the meteor. They became part of it. It's It's a 5-mana 0/0 elemental lizard. Magma Sword enters the battlefield with 5 +1/+1 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may remove a +1/+1 counter from Magma Sword, and if you don't, sacrifice Magma Sword, and it deals damage equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on it to each creature without flying in each player. So you basically starts off as a 5/5, and then it can be a board wipe. Fascinating. You could also beat someone down for a little while before you turn it into a board wipe. Works out perfectly. Dark Ritual at out turn 1. Which one? Oh, the wave, the Wave of Terror. You could. It sounds like such a bad use of Dark Ritual. How is Dark Ritual supposed to be played back then? Like my friends, they just ramped out like tiny creatures, like Dothy, Marauder, and crap like that. There were no big combos back then. Thunder with Ember Wild Djinn. Where's your lamp, Genie? 4-mana 5/4 Djinn. During each player's upkeep, they may pay double red or 2 life to gain control of Ember Wild Djinn. So everyone can have this Djinn. Wow, you're not loyal at all. Just like in Aladdin. Just, you know, whoever has the lamp gets the wishes. The real hack in Aladdin is just give the lamp to everybody, and everyone takes like 2 wishes from the genie, because everyone's allowed to have 2 wishes. It's one person can wish for world peace. One person can wish for, I don't know, unlimited money. Another person can wish like humans don't die anymore. Oh, what a hack. No one thought about that at all. Big plot hole in Aladdin. Anyway, in this case, everyone can gain control of Ember Wild Djinn. Doesn't have haste, though. I think that would be interesting. Has haste, and then you can take... I guess if you take... It's at your upkeep, so you'd be taking a tapped Ember Wild Djinn every single time. It's 3 wishes. No, it's 3 wishes per person. All right? Aladdin had 2 wishes. Jafar used 3. Anyway, everyone gets 3 wishes. I'm sorry, everyone gets 3 wishes, but you just had to keep passing the lamp out to everybody. That's what I'm getting at. This is a poor man's slicer. Skyneo says Magmasaur is a good combo with Mog Maniac. What is Mog Maniac? You super chatted. I'm gonna look at whenever Mog Maniac is dealt damage, deals that much damage to target opponent. Ah, I see. So 4 damage is dealt to it, and then you send it all to somebody's face. Those are the classic combos at the time. Okay, what do we else? We have Chen with Avizoa. Is it a jellyfish? It is a jellyfish. The card ends in Zoa. I just assumed jellyfish. 4-mana 2/2 flyer. Skip your next untap phase. Avizoa gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Uses ability only once each turn. But that is terrible. That is just worthless. Skip your next untap phase. Gets used ability only once each turn. That's the problem. Damn. It's funny. If there's no clause, uses ability only one each turn, it'd be broken. So I don't need an untap phase if I just kill you in one shot. There's always a catch, just like my brother says. There's always a catch. Okay, we will take a look at more of the absolute rarest and cheapest Magic the Gathering cards. But we gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Where do you think you're gonna get those cheapest Magic the Gathering cards that are under $1? Not to mention you can get some also on the other side of the coin. You can get some outrageously expensive cards like Final Fantasy booster boxes and so on. Don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu, though, for those expensive Final Fantasy cards or the cheapest of the cheap reserve list cards. Use coupon code Nikachu to get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards for Magic Online, my favorite digital platform for playing Magic Online. You can play Commander, Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, 93, 94, Pre-Modern, and basically all the constructed formats. And you can play all these formats because you're renting the cards from Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below. There's a 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_OWS. And back to the cheapest, rarest Magic the Gathering cards. Yeah, the classic ad time. Chris Review says, will anyone accept the 7,200-year-old cyborg demigod's proposal? The Ring of Gix. Oh, is this that really bad Echo card? 3-mana artifact. Echo of 3. Just awful. Pay 1, tap, target artifact, creature, or land. Just a strictly worse. I think this is just strictly worse. Oh, what is that card? Is it called a key? I can't remember the card. Icy Manipulator. That's what I was thinking of. I think it's just strictly worse Icy Manipulator. Sure, you can get it out faster, but I don't know if you're going to do that much more with it. Anyway, it's less than $1 for a reason. I bet Icy Manipulator is worth more. Icy Manipulator. Even though it's been reprinted a million times. I might be wrong. I'm dead wrong. This card's like 8 cents. I'm an idiot. Wait, if you want to see comparison, okay. The Ring of Gix wins. Congratulations. It's 78 cents. Just crushed it. Wasn't even close. Was not close. Does more than Rich and Import. It does. You can tap down artifacts and creatures at the same time. You could tap itself. If really wanted to. Nikachu told me he wants more of my BS. Okay, next up, let's look at copyright with. Oh, we did Grandmother Singer. Okay, let's look at Blizzard. Sorry about that. We did Grandmother Singer. Green enchantment, cumulative upkeep of 2. You cannot cast Blizzard if you control no snow-covered lands. Creatures with flying do not untap during the controller's untap stat. Screw those flyers. They really liked preventing people from untapping stuff way back in the day. The Big Squig, Aeson Crusader, got way more powerful now that Final Fantasy is out. Oh, really? Did this card got an upgrade? Ugh, I can't read the ancient scripture there. 4 mana Human Knight. It's got 2+ star power and toughness. Its power and toughness are each equal to 2 plus the number of soldiers and warriors you control. Hold on, but is it really going to count soldier? Like, is this like a joke? Or are they actual soldiers? Go on, let's look up Cloud. Is Cloud an actual soldier? He's part of soldier. Oh, I can't find. Okay, here, Cloud X soldier. Oh, he's actually a soldier. Soldier mercenary. Human soldier mercenary. Okay. Throw Cloud. Some people are like, I can finally play Aeson Crusader. They finally printed more soldiers. My time has come. Read the Homelands edition. Aeson Crusader has power and toughness each equal to 2 plus the number of heroes you control. Isn't that right? We're all heroes, aren't we? Was hero supposed to be the creature type? Did they have a hero creature type back then? Or was like hero like a special creature type of some sort? Trying to think of like a hero, like a soldier from way back in the day, if they called them a hero, but I don't remember. I don't play heroes at all. Neon Gray with chromatic armor. It's chromatic. This guy looks like something out of a weird 70s TV show. It's a 3-mana enchant creature, or sorry, 80s. Enchant creature. When chromatic armor comes into play, put a slay counter on it and choose a color. Any damage dealt to target creature by a source of that color is reduced to 0. Pay X, put a slay counter on chromatic armor and change the color of it that protects against X? No, sorry, protects against? X is equal to the number of slay counters on chromatic aura. This card's terrible. It's absolute rubbish. I could be wrong, though. I don't quite understand what it's trying to do. Put a slay counter on it? X, put a slay counter on it. Why am I paying X? Can I pay anything? X is equal to the number of slay counters. Oh, I see. X is the number. So if I have one slay counter, then I have to pay 1. If I have 2 slay counters, I have to pay 2. What a bizarre card. And it's an aura on top of that. Okay, copyright. The Keeper of Tressorhorn. It is absolutely terrible. Oh, this is not actual Tressorhorn. This is the Keeper. The Keeper of Tressorhorn is better than the actual one. This is a 6/6 creature for 6. That's huge for that time. If Keeper of Tressorhorn attacks and is not blocked, it deals no damage to defending player this turn, and that player loses 2 life. What is the point of this being a 6/6 creature? The fact that prevent or redirect damage cannot be used to counter this loss of life. I'd just be like, no block. I attack with my Keeper of Tressorhorn, no block. So I guess it's only useful in combat. Amazing blocker. Amazing at, like, beating down blockers. Not very good at attacking the enemy. Downright useless. Skyneo. Abiance. Oh, sorry. Abiance. Got a table flipped one time at my dad's place. This was a tournament playable card, too. 2-mana instant. Until end of turn, target player cannot play instants, interrupts, or sorceries or abilities requiring an activation cost. Draw a card. Let me guess. Okay, so apparently a table got flipped once. They were going to combo off that turn. Now, if they combo off that turn, they win the game. But if they don't combo off, the next person wins the game. So this was a big kingmaker situation. I'm just speculating. Dangerous one with the Ivory Gargoyle. Unironically, an old Pro Tour win condition. Oh, we looked at this one. Sorry about that. The dangerous one. Be more dangerous. Okay, we have Toilet Dock with Autumn Willow. Autumn Willow is 6 mana 4/4 Avatar. Shroud. Pay a green. Until end of turn, Autumn Willow can be the target of spells and abilities controlled by target player as though it didn't have Shroud. Why would you want to do that? Already has Shroud already. Until end of turn, Autumn Willow can be the target. It's not like anyone has this ability. Only I have this ability. So is the only point is that I can buff the Autumn Willow? Autumn Willow's pretty big. Alright? She doesn't need to get any bigger. 4/4 is actually quite fine. I'm not going to take my chance giving her giant growth. I think that was Green's thing, though, back then. Yeah, so you can buff it, yeah. And then I'll buff it. Only if everyone's completely tapped out. Although I know the removal wasn't good. Oh, no, the best removal spell, I guess, was Swords to Plowshares. Wow. Still stands the test of time. We did River Merfolk, Rodham. We did River Merfolk. Okay, let's get with T. Baron Sengir. We're going to get through the whole Sengir family. David says, Mel Brooks announced Spaceballs 2. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, I mentioned in the Discord. I'm super hyped about that. Please live long enough, Mel Brooks. It's 98 years old. That's crazy. Okay, 8 mana for a 5/5 vampire. A flying. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Baron Singer this turn is put into a graveyard, put a +2/+2 counter on Baron Singer and also regenerate another target vampire. Actually, but outside of the casting cost, I mean, this card is an absolute banger. This is a very, very good. It was what, from Homelands? Probably the strongest card in Homelands. Creature-wise. Maybe not the best card. I'd probably give that to Merchant Scroll. Is there a card better than Merchant Scroll from Homelands? I don't think so. Autumn Willow targets a player, so only the chosen player can target her. Oh. Until in turn, Autumn Willow can be the target of spells or abilities controlled by target player as though it didn't have Shroud. Weird. Okay, that's actually a really good ability. Autumn Willow is all upside, no downside. You heard it here first. Next up, Daughter of Autumn. We did, is this Autumn Willow again? Or no, this is a different daughter. We got the Willow daughter. We got the Daughter of Autumn. This is a legend. Another avatar. They must be from the same family. 4 mana, 2/4. Pay a white. Redirect to Daughter of Autumn. 1 damage dealt to a white creature. She'll take the hit for you. Rotom, Sarah, Aviary. Oh, is this just the Lord? Or not a Lord. It's the Anthem? That's the Anthem. 4 mana world enchantment. Creatures with flying get +1/+1. Do people still like this card? Well, I guess not. It's $1. It's less than $1. These are all cards that are like very underloved, even though they're on the reserve list. Also came from Homelands. Autumn Willow predated the Shroud keyword. The ancient texts are way different from the Oracle. You say so, huh? I don't want to go too far. I'm going to subtract from the cards already shown here. Wait, what does that card text say as originally printed, not the Oracle text with 30 years of hindsight? Oh, you're talking... Okay, everyone really wants to know what Autumn Willow actually looks like. Cannot be the target of spells or effects. Very Yu-Gi-Oh-like, actually. Pay green. Target player may target Autumn Willow with spells or effects until end of turn. Honestly, it's clearer than the real one. This one's worse. In my humble opinion, much worse. Benjamin Berkey. Volarath the Fallen. Is it Volrath or Volarath? I'm gonna bet it's Volrath the Fallen. Yeah, I was right. I've seen enough Magic cards to know. We have a 6 mana, 6/4 legend. Pay 2. Discard a creature card from your hand. Volrath the Fallen gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the discarded card's converted mana cost. Hold on, not reserve list. What are we doing here? It's disqualified. Has to be a reserve list card. I will admit it's rare. Probably there weren't many people who opened up Nemesis. Probably not many people wants to own this thing. Got shredded and probably thrown away in the garbage. I have no doubt that it's sort of rare. Yeah, it's not on the reserve list. This is Nemesis. They stopped making reserve list cards at Masks block, which was just a set before this. Oh boy, with Mystic Decree. Four mana, World Enchantment. Here, it's a lot of Homelands cards today. It's a 4 mana, all creatures lose flying and Island Walk. What is this, for the mirror? This is self-color hate. This is like a red. This is like red with like destroy all goblins in play or some crap like that. It's so weird. Pretty terrible. Mikey J says, to be fair, it's a rough economy out there for the reserve list. A lot of cards got pushed into poverty so that a select few can have all the value. Seems familiar to something. That's right. That's how economics works around here in this world. All the money is poured into the... Well, I mean, everyone's paid... It's a classic pay-to-win world we live in here. All the money is going to move to the winning cards because people want to win with them. Next up, let's... We have a super chat from Dangerous One. Morinfen. One of my favorite arts. Card sucks, though. All right, well, let's try to appreciate the art then. What is it? Is it a gargoyle? Well, it's a Phyrexian Horror. It's a 5 mana 5/4 flying, cumulative upkeep of 1 life. It's really not that bad. For back then, for Weatherlight, that's solid. I mean, it's Era Elemental Power. I think trades with a Sarah Angel, cumulative life. It's not, the upkeep isn't even that bad. I mean, if the life totals are even, you'll kill your opponent before the cumulative upkeep kills you. You can also just not pay it at some point. Imagine you Dark Ritual, Morinfen. I mean, that's basically GG. It's complete GG. I would even go as far as to say it danger, okay? I would say it danger. I mean, Homelands would be the cheapest of the reserve list. How did they choose these cards, too, to put on the reserve list? They just, like, roll some dice and then that was that? Okay, let's get another one from Steve Cooper. The Lightning Cloud. It's a pretty crappy name for a card. It's a 4-mana enchantment. I guess the only thing it rains, though, is lightning. That seems pretty intense. Pay a red. Lightning Cloud deals 1 damage to target creature or player. Uses this ability only when a red spell is successfully cast only once for each such spell. Well, that's lame. But I guess you could... So basically, you turn your bolts into... I don't know what... well, anyway, you turn your bolts into 4 damage spells. Bob Talks Bridge. Put a beat up Telem Tor's Edict in your Creature Theft EDH deck. This is a red instant. Remove from the game target permanent you own or control. Draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep. That's value. That's pretty good value. I like that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Remove from the game target permanent. Oh, you're just not getting it back. We're just removing it from the game? Turns bolts into chain lightnings. Chain lightning's still 5 mana. Sorry, still 3 damage. I was trying to think of like what deals 4 damage for one mana. I just came up blank. This doesn't even seem like a very red thing to do. To remove anything from the game. Yeah, you turn shocks into lightning strike. That's what you do. Okay, that's a really good analogy. Because you're spending that 1 extra mana, right? Flame Slash. There we go. Bolts turn into Flame Slash when targeting creatures. Oh yeah. Okay. Telem Tor's Edict. Remove from the game target. Well, if I can't have my creature, nobody can. It goes out under my terms. So long, Sky Neo. Neon Gray with Ring Renewal. You mean Ring? I guess Ring of Renewal. A 5 mana artifact. Pay 5. Tap. Discard a card at random. Then draw 2 cards. That's sick. That's pretty good. That's pretty good because all you have to do is keep a basic land in your hand, and you're gonna discard that and draw 2 new ones. Not bad. I don't know how it compares to back then. Did anyone play the Ring Renewal? Renew your hand full of better cards. We've got Chen. Beast Walkers, ancient text, please, and a rare. There's only ancient text. I couldn't find an updated version if I wanted to. Beast Walkers is a 3 mana 2/2. Oh, here's the hero. This is our hero. Hold on. No. So there was a creature typed called Hero, and they changed it to Soldier. It has pay a green? Yeah, it's a green. Banding until end of turn. Okay, this creature gains banding until end of turn. Banding was strong back then. Don't underestimate it. Is it a hero or a heroes? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. They use the plural. Well, there's 2 people here. There's 2 people in beast uniforms. What are they doing? Like cosplaying as a bear? For Ring of Renewal, you don't have to have any cards in hand. Discard is part of the effect, not the cost. Oh! Big brain on Jonathan Taves. Also, just better reading comprehension. Very good point. Banding was strong because we only had that card-sized pamphlet to explain the rules. But also banding was strong because the creatures were so damn small and just overpowering. So if a 2/2 creature with banding attacks into gets blocked, how does it work? I don't want to give an example. It wins in combat. It wins in combat better, I should say. Or I guess the creatures with banding that blocks chain blocks a creature wins in combat, I should say. Oh, Dwarven Pony. I actually have, I wouldn't say a big collection of this card. I own more than 4 of them, though. I think it's I own less than 10, more than 4 of this card. It's the Dwarven Pony, a red 1/1. Pay 2, tap Dwarven. Target dwarf gains Mountain Walk until end of turn. Oh yeah. Jokes on this pony. We still don't have dwarves. When did this come out? 1995. It's been 30 years and we still don't have that many dwarves in this game. Basically, we're giving changelings Mountain Walk, if anything, at this point. Oh, Abiance is disqualified. It costs over $1. It can be around $1. I'll take anything around $1 because if it's like slightly played or HP, it'll definitely go under $1. But it can't be like $2. Even at HP, it's going to be still a little bit above $1. David Sampson with the Hand of Justice. This is like when you get slapped. It should just be a big hand as an art. It's a 6 mana 2/6 avatar. Tap 3 untap white creatures you control. Destroy target creature. That's a hell of a slap over there. Here we have the ancient scripture. Tap target 3. Sorry, tap 3 target white creatures you control. That's power. It's good in White Weenie. You can kill anything. You can even kill Dwarven Pony, a Beast Walkers. What else? The Morin-Fen. Once in a random... This is actually true. I'm allergic to shellfish. Not that I'm going to die from it, but I'll get massive diarrhea. Maybe I will die from it at this point. Okay, Vorniferous with Capture of Jingzhou. This is not reserve list, though. Sorry about that. And it's $10. Got disqualified on 2 fronts. What do we got here? Let's take Rotom's River Delta. This is on the reserve list? Why would they do that? Nice art too. If there are any depletion counters on River Delta, it does not untap during your untap phase. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a depletion counter from River Delta. Tapped out a blue to your mana pool, put a depletion counter on River Delta, and then add black to your mana pool, put a depletion counter on River Delta. Very nice art. Sandra, do you do any more art for Wizards of the Coast? This looks very futuristic, very magical looking. That it was just old cards? No. It has to be the Magic's rarest and cheapest cards. We're just looking at reserve list cards because they're technically rare because they have a limited supply. And there's a lot of crappy ones out there, like the River Delta. Lava Tubes has the best art of the cycle. Lava Tubes? Did Sandra also do this one? This looks like another art. It's the same thing. It's a black-red depletion land. Pretty terrible. Okay. Benjamin Berkey. Redemption. Does Wave of Terror count? Wave of Terror. Probably. This is a 3-mana enchantment. Community upkeep of 1. At the end of turn, bury each creature with casting cost equal to... Oh, we did this. Yeah. It definitely counts, but we did it already. You didn't get sniped. You just weren't there when we did this one. Do I buy every card in this video? You can. I can't guarantee any of it will go up, though. Okay, we got Dexter, Hidden Path. Why this cost 6 mana? Why not? 6-mana enchantment. All green creatures gain Forest Walk. Let me tell you, with today with Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth, you basically give all your creatures unblockable. Very good combo card. I'd say this card. Actually, hold on, that card doesn't count. This is way too expensive. It's $8. Probably because of Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. I bet if we looked at the price history, it just probably spiked when Yavimaya Cradle of Growth came into existence. This one's way too expensive for this show. Poor Benjamin Berkey, still looking for redemption. Still looking for cards. Steve Cooper with Mesmeric Trance. Yeah, corner the market on lava tubes. Sometimes you can just try to imagine how will some crappy card one day be good? Is there any way they could make those really crappy depletion lands good? I don't think so. Where's Mesmeric Trance? I feel like if I misspell the card, Scryfall is always choking on me. Mesmeric Trance. Nope. Timed out. It couldn't find it. Sorry about that, Steve Cooper. Paradigm Shift is a great one. Is it? I think Paradigm Shift is way more than $1. Oh, it's like $6. It came down by quite a bit actually, because I think I was buying them for like $20 at one point. Maybe I'm just talking out of my butt here. Still a little too expensive. Still way too expensive. Or maybe you're looking at it on Card Market. Maybe the card is different on Card Market. Got mine for $2. Well, it's proof it's not $1. You're proving my point here. I didn't even try to make you talk. Okay, no card yet. The Nebuchadnezzar. Why is that in Magic the Gathering? Okay, this is a 5-mana. This is a creature. Oh yeah, Nebuchadnezzar was a person. Keep mixing it up with Matrix and being a ship. Like, where's it? What kind of vehicle? Where's the vehicle? Oh, it's not reserve list. Damn. Look, it got reprinted in Chronicles and everything. Not reserve list. Speaking of which, how's the Tidebinder position going? Terrible. Very bad. It's going awful. I'll take this one. Exalted Dragon. Some of the cards can be over $1 because we can just assume that if they're in bad condition, they're under $1. So yeah, Smoger's Copter, Nebuchadnezzar alt art. That's right. Someone's got to make one. Cerise loves the dragons. Big dragon fan over there. I don't know what it is lately, but Scryfall is like infinitely slower than it was in the past. From Exodus. This is a 6-mana 5/5 flyer. Now each turn, Exalted Dragon cannot attack unless you sacrifice a land. Small cost to pay for a giant dragon. We all love our dragon. The Firefly Grave. Legends might be the strangest expansion in any CCG of all time. Really? Legends? Because they invented gold cards? How do you feel about Edge of Eternities? And the new commander rule where you can have a legendary vehicle at the helm? Doesn't bother me. They keep changing the rules all the time. I find a space set always weird, though. I'm not really a big fan of space stuff. Unless it's Star Wars. Then I'm all for it. Alright, what are we... let's get Toilet Duck with Elven Lear. We got a 2-mana artifact. Pay 1 tap, sacrifice Elven Lear. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Most obvious combat trick ever of all time. Okay, we got Dexter has another one. Apocalypse Chime. Apocalypse. To combat all cards from homelands. Yes. If there anything is even remotely good in homelands, well, not anymore. Apocalypse Chime, 2-mana artifact, pay 2, tap, sacrifice the chime to bury all of them. They had to keep it in check. The set was beating itself enough to keep it. You know, it was beating itself more than the outside was beating it. David with Pry of Urborg. 5-mana, 2/3 legend. Sorry, it is a cat. Oh, it's a cat warrior. First strike when attacking. Pay a black, put a +1/+1 counter on Pry of Urborg. Use this ability only when a black spell is successfully cast and only once for each such spell. This is terrible. The red card was way better. The red one that dealt an extra piece of damage. This is so much more situational. Like, it's going to be useless if the creature just dies. Vornifera says, Goblins in space, Goblin Cowboys, Goblin Speed Racers. What's next? Goblin Strippers? Yes, and in space, doing a race with cowboy hats on. Everything is possible. Next, let's take... Benjamin Berkey does Ramses over Dark count. Ramses over Dark. Yes! No, it's $50. It's $50. It's way too much money. Tap, destroy target enchanted creature. What a crappy card. This is $50. Unbelievable. No, that's the rarest, most expensive card. Etrusar is like a whole new meaning to the edge of eternity. You gotta be careful. You gotta stay on that edge. We got Christopher B with a villainous choice. 27 years early. Fatal Lore. Apparently a villainous choice. 4-mana sorcery. Target opponent chooses 1. You draw 3 cards, or you choose and bury up to 2 target creatures that opponent controls, and they draw up to 3 cards. So target opponent chooses 1. We could draw the 3 cards, or we blow up their board and they draw 3 cards. Interesting. This feels like a card that they would definitely print today. And I feel like they've printed a ton of stuff like this. Fascinating. The big squid. $50 wasted. Oh, I don't have that stupid $50 card up anymore. The guy was the original Tezzeret of Tibolus. Oh, so like people buy the card out of lore. Next up. Okay, Thunder. Trying to get Xanthic Statue on here because its art and flavor text is so cool. You like giant golem idol looking things. 8-mana artifact, pay 5. Until end of turn, Xanthic Statue is an 8/8 artifact creature with trample. To be honest, this is easily in the top like 10 cards that we've seen all day. This is like the most practical thing. This will beat someone down. It also outclasses almost everything we've seen all day. Read the flavor text. Okay, Christopher B is really excited for this. Until you have lived as a statue, do not talk to me of pigeons. Karn, Silver Golem. Is this Karn? Before he was animated? Fascinating. All right, I read it, Christopher B. I got the message. Did anyone play this in any format? It's hard to tell. It was still expensive. You know, back then they had Ponza decks where they just blow up your lands. It was a popular thing back then. The best decks back in the day were miserable to play against. Just awful. Marcus D says, wow, I always thought the voice line on Arena was saying patience, not pigeons. Well, what, from Karn? Oh, maybe. I don't remember anything Karn says. I remember everything that Teferi says. Matthew Green says, do we think abolishing the reserve list now would be as detrimental now with all the younger people not caring about it than it would have been like 10 years ago? I think abolishing it... Okay, you know how I answered that one, Matthew Green? Think of how people reacted when Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt got banned. Did that go over very well? No, it didn't. It would be an absolute poo show if that happened. I think the longer it goes on and the more expensive the expensive cards get, the worse it's gonna get. Because believe it or not, all the people that spent like $100 on like a Jeweled Lotus, they've got the good stuff. They own the good cards. It's like, I have to say, they own the good stuff, and they will be absolutely pissed to hear that they're reprinting the crap out of everything. Oh no, my value. Karn said reset the game one time and then reset it all over the place. We should reset the universe. The big squig with the Phyrexian portal. Is that really reserve list? Oh yeah, I guess it's Urza Saga, right? Oh no, this was Alliances. The Phyrexians existed back then? 3-mana artifact, pay 3. Target opponent looks at the top 10 cards of your library and separates them into 2 face-down piles. Choose one of those piles and remove it from the game. Search the remaining pile and put one of those cards into your hand. Shuffle the remaining cards into your library. Ignore this effect if you have fewer than 10 cards in your library. What a weird, strange effect. But you can do this over and over again. You can keep paying the 3 mana. Seems like a bit of a pain to resolve, but whatever. Rodham says they shouldn't have banned them and they know it, but no need to do what happened then. Well, when it comes to the reserve list, I think what they should have done was see, originally, the original deal with the reserve list is that Wizards was allowed to make promotional cards. They were still allowed to make promotional cards of the reserve list cards, and that would have been awesome. Imagine Pro Tour Top 8 where everyone gets a foil Black Lotus that was actually legal. Probably is like would be worth like I don't know, 50 grand each by today's standard, but probably way more than that actually. Screw that, yeah, more than like it could be $150,000 each. But they screwed it up, and they like put I think Phyrexian Negator in some sort of like product, but it was like somewhat semi-mass printed. So anyway, it didn't feel very promotional. So anyway, they screwed it up. Okay, David Sampson, maybe I'm wrong, but it's kind of a paradox. Collectors want their collection to have value, but they have no intention of getting that monetary number. What do you mean by that? There are oversized cards now. Yeah, the oversized cards are fine because they're not tournament legal. It's basically a proxy, a weird proxy. Fontaine says, I was just typing out Rainbow Efreet 2, arguably best reserve list card under $1. It was huge in standard. 4 mana, 3/1, flying, phasing out for 2 mana. I agree. I think phasing out for 2 mana, protect itself versus removal sounds pretty good. Cerise with the leering gargoyle. Very leering. Creepy, maybe. 3 mana, 2/2. Flyer. Tap. Leering Gargoyle gets -2/+2 and loses flying until end of turn. Oh, to make it a crappy wall or something? That's the only purpose I see for this card. To block, tap, and, buff the toughness or whatever. Dancing Odie, thank you very much for your super chat. Just bought Telem's Tor Edict. Telem, Tor's Edict. Because of the show, they keep turning my Rakdos commander into a land. Donate the super chat to someone with a card. Telem's Tor Edict. I'm already buffing the price of Telem's Tor's Edict. It's now illegal on the show. Dancing Odie just bought one. Thanks so much, Dancing Odie. Okay, who wants the super chat? Okay, Benjamin Berkey, Gallo Braid. The 5 mana 5/5. Ah, we did this one. Sorry about that. We've done already the best of the worst. Did Mikey J get a card? Salaman's Legacy. Is it under $1 though? Salaman's Legacy. Yeah, it's good. Okay, it's a 2-mana enchantment. When it comes into play, you bury all the Afrits and Djinns. They better phase out in response. Whenever a Djinn or Afrit comes into play, also bury it. Djinn's not allowed around here. No Wookiees allowed. Okay, Steve Cooper with Mesmeric Trance. Three-mana enchantment with cumulative upkeep of 1. Pay a blue, discard a card, draw a card. That's not bad. You can set up something big. Discard, fuel your graveyard. Enable madness. You probably only need 1 turn with this anyway. In fact, you with the upkeep on the stack, you could just activate this in response. It'll be worth it. Matthew Green, no, Tressar. They are just bigger cards, not thicker paper stock, but like bigger in size. Oh yeah, they're just big. They're huge. They're like poster size. You know, it's like when you receive a giant check as a prize. That's how big those cards are. Super oversized things. What are we missing here? Rotom has a card. Trash's Gate. Three mana Enchant World. Oh, you better believe like the boss is in that cave over there. It's an enchant land. Can only be played on target land you control. Fair game. Sacrifice a Thrall to put 3 time counters on Trash's Gate. During your upkeep, remove a time counter from Trash's Gate. If there are no time counters on Trash's Gate, bury it. Pay 0. Tap land Trash's Gate enchants. All attacking creatures you control get +2/-1 until end of turn. Damn. You have to play a deck, though, full of basically 0/2s in order to benefit from this. Or at least like 2 to X2s. 2 toughness creatures or useless. Yeah, welcome, Lord Magicus. There's literally a few seconds left of the show. I don't have any seconds. It's life support. There it is. That's the show. Okay, well we have one. We have the big squig with the ooze. M1 Vuli ooze. How do you pronounce a card like this? M and W don't go together. It's a green 1+*, ooze, cumulative upkeep of 2. Its power and toughness are each equal to 1 plus its last paid cumulative upkeep. The longer it stays in play, the more powerful it gets. All right, that's it. That's it for today. Thanks everyone for joining me, even though it was on short notice in the evening. Love the evening crowd as usual. But usually we do this weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat, so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you very much for everyone showing up today. People like Mikey J, Old Boy, Jonathan Taves, Christopher B is always there. David Sampson, Tresaru Kano, Bob Talks Bridge, Steve Cooper, Benjamin Berkey, The Big Squig, Beanpot Thunder, Rotom, Cerise. Thanks so much. All of some wonderful faces I usually never see in the evening. Matthew Green and more. And as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees or I don't know, you drink in the evening, tea maybe, caffeine-free coffee. And we're going to keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.